Welcome back to module 9 of the unit index numbers, and we will be talking about cost of living index in this module. Now this is one application of index numbers that we'll be discussing in this module. Okay. And cost of living index is something that helps us in estimating the average cost required to maintain the same standard of living. Now what do I mean by this is, suppose I have a particular earning in 2020. Okay, let's say I'm earning rupees 25,000 in 2020, and now I wish to find out 10 years later in 2030 what should be my income so that I maintain the same standard of living as of 2020. Okay, so I want to find out, because the prices are going to change from 2020 to 2030. So based on the variation in the prices, I wish to find out how much should I be earning in 2030, so that in 2030 I maintain at least the same standard of living that I have in 2020. Okay, so that is exactly the reason why for which we use this cost of living index, and this helps us in estimating this thing. Okay, so it measures the variation in prices of commodities consumed by people on their cost of living. Okay, so how much is the impact of the variation on the prices on overall living cost. It is also used in the understanding or finding out the difference in cost of living among different parts of the country, or comparing countries itself. Cost of living index is also referred to as consumer price index or the retail price index. Of course, we are not doing anything new here. We will be using something that we have already discussed in the previous modules. Okay, the way we calculate this cost of living index is basically based on those three methods we have discussed in the previous modules. So the way we construct this cost of living index is, of course, depending on the kind of data that we have. So one of them is the aggregate expenditure method. Okay, and this we use when we know the prices and quantities in the base year and the current year. Okay, so in case the data that is available with us is in terms of prices in the base year and in the current year, okay, and the quantities in the base year and the current year, then the cost of living index is given by this formula. Okay, summation P1 Q0 upon summation P0 Q0 multiplied by 100. Recall that this formula is the same as the Las-Perez price index number that we have constructed earlier in the modules. Okay, so this cost Las-Perez price index number is what is used as the cost of living index in case the data that is available with us is in terms of the prices and the quantities in the current year and in the base year. In case the data is given in terms of the prices and weights, or only prices, then we use this method of weighted averages, which is also referred to as family budget method, and this is given by the summation Wi upon summation W, where this W are the weights and I are the price relatives. Okay, or it is the index per that particular year. Okay, for that particular year with respect to some base year. Okay, this is again the second method. If you recall, this is the second method that we have discussed as a method for constructing index numbers. Okay, so it is the same formula that we are using again here. Okay, let's say for example, suppose I have this data here. I want to construct the cost of living index, okay, for 2018. Okay, so 2018 with respect to 2010. Okay, we have this index number for 2018 with base 2010. Okay, so I have this. So it is like I have the income distribution of a particular family. You can say how it is spent. Okay, of the total 100%. So for food, 46% of the expenditure is on food, 10% is on clothing, 7% is on fuel, 12% on house rent, and 25% on the remaining things. Okay, so this is how the expenditure of a particular family is given. And now here I have the indices, the index numbers for how are the prices changed for each of this category in 2018 with respect to 2010. Okay, so here these are the index numbers I, and these are like the weights. Okay, so weights and the indices are given to us, so we'll be using the second method that we referred in the previous slide. Okay, so I'll consider this as I, the index numbers, and this I'll consider as the weights. So in that formula, if you recall, the formula is the cost of living index. Okay, the formula is summation Wi upon summation W. Okay, so what I need is a column of W into I, so I'll multiply this W to this index number values. So 46 into 540 will give me 25300. 10 into 215 is 2150. 7 into 220 is 1540. 12 into 150 is 1800, and 25 into 275 is 6875. What I want is the sum of all this. Basically, I want the sum of this summation the summation of Wi, which is, so if I add this comes to 37665. Besides this, what I need is the sum of all the weights, which is 100% of the set. So once I calculate this, I have to just substitute it in the formula. So summation Wi is equal to 37665 divided by a summation W, which is 100. So I get it as 376.65. Okay, so we say the cost of living index for 2018, okay, with base 2010 is 376.65. Now what does this mean is, if I go as per the question, what is given to us is in 2010, okay, the income is 25,000. Based on this, I want to find out what should be the income in 2018, so that I maintain the same standard of living in 2018 as like 2010. So that is where this cost of living index comes into picture. What I have to do is, to this 2500, I have to just multiply this cost of living index. So it is 25,000 into 376.65 divided by 100, because this is in terms of 100 percentage. So if I do this, so this 25,000 is the income in 2010, I multiply with the cost of living index. This I'll get it as 94162. So what does this mean is, in 2018 I should have an income of 94,162 to maintain the same standard of living as that I had in 2010 with rupees 25,000. Okay, and that is how we use cost of living index in estimating this. Okay, so this is how the cost of living index is used, and this is how it is calculated in case the data is in terms of the index numbers or the weights. Okay, now here I had index numbers directly given to us and the weights given, so I can directly calculate it. Okay, in case the data is given in terms of prices, then you have to first calculate this index numbers. Okay, what will happen is, so suppose I have some group of commodities that are given to us. I have the prices in the base year, so this will be like P0s. I have prices in the current year, so this will be like P1, and there are say weights that are given to you. Okay, so in this case I have to first calculate the index numbers. So the price relatives I have to calculate. It is P1 upon P0 multiplied by 100. Okay, this is how we have defined the price relatives. So these are like I. And once you find out the index numbers, then you will go as per the previous method. You will find out summation Wi, and the cost of living index will be then summation Wi upon summation W, same as what we have done earlier. So in case you have prices in the base year and the current year, first you will calculate the index numbers I by using this formula, and then you will go as the same way what we have done in the previous method. In case you have the data in terms of prices and quantities in the base year and in the current year, okay, then like how we said, here we use Lasperger's price index number. okay, in constructing the cost of living index. Okay, so I have 2019 and I have 2020. So let us consider 2020 as the current year. Okay, so I have the prices in the current year, so these are like P1, and quantities in the current year, so this is like Q1. 2019 is the base year, so this is P0, this is Q0. So I have the prices and the quantities, and the cost of living index in this case will be calculated based on the Las-Perez price index number. Okay, now in calculating the price index, Las-Perez price index number, what we need is summation P1 Q0. So accordingly, I'll have to make a column for P1 Q0, and I need P0 Q0. So column for P0 Q0. So I have P0 here, I have Q0 here, I have P1 here, I have Q1. So I find out P1 Q0. So you have to multiply P1 with Q0. So multiply 40 with 80, you'll get 320. 60 into 10 is 600. Then 50 into 15 is 750. And 20 into 20 is 400. The same way, then we find out summation P0 Q0. So P0 Q0 is multiply P0 values with Q0 values. So 20 into 8 is 160. 50 into 10 is 500. 40 into 15 is 600. And 20 into 20 is 400. So what I want is the sum of all these entries here. So if I add all the entries here in this column, I'll get 2070. This is basically summation P1 Q0. And if I add the entries here in this column, then I'll get the sum of this as 1660. This is summation P0 Q0. Okay, so once I calculate this, okay, this is same as P01 Las-Perez that we are finding. So if I just substitute here, it is 2070 divided by summation P0 Q0 is 1660 multiplied by 100. I'll get this as 124.7. So the cost of living index is 124.7. That is for 2020 with 2019 as the base. So given the data like this is how we calculate the cost of living index. And of course, for in case we want to find out how much should be the income in 2020, okay, then I can always use this cost of living index to calculate it, like how we have done it in the previous example.